Viewer discretion is advised. This is The Tea is Toxic. Hey, you guys, you know what time it is? It is The Tea is Toxic. It's not going to be much longer. Last breath in your face with the because hopefully something is coming down the pipeline. But thank you so much for tuning in once again. If this is your first time, hey girl, hi. That's for everybody. I don't care if you're boy, girl, alien, mammal. It doesn't matter. Hey girl, hey. And I have another guest today, so I'm gonna let my guests introduce themselves.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Ace Alpha by way of Crayons versus Culture, aka I don't know. My introduction isn't as spectacular as AJ, but I'm here though. You feel me? Also, on the way, my own podcast, Objective Bias, will be dropping soon. So I'm ready for this toxic conversation. What we talking about today?
Let's get it. Well, first of all, I'd like to do a little bit of quick conversation before we get directly into the
Oh,
subject
okay.
matter. And I'm going to
Okay,
let you
some
in.
appetizer type talk. Okay.
Yeah, just a little salad and some bread. But some, what is that called? Biscotti. But let me tell you about today, okay? Because
Okay.
I just finished recording with Nikki June. And so I've come to the conclusion that to record, edit, update, all of that, it's going to take a total of 2 hours at the least. Okay.
Right. Okay.
I say this because we got in at 4:45-ish. Right?
Right.
I was still publishing at 6:59.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I got it for like 5 minutes, sat back down in my little sit down seat. And I'm like, I got to be on time because if you early, you on time. But if you on time, you're late. So
Right.
I was like, let me go ahead and get in here. And I just got to finish what I finished. But I was able to get it uploaded because there's so many there's so many pieces to the puzzle. So
Right.
luckily I got it mainly updated. And I figured for anybody that doesn't listen on here or anybody that focuses on a specific platform, I'm going to upload it to all of my platforms, my episodes. But anyone that's listening that wants to take like the easy route, heads up, it's only like 15 minutes that the social media apps will let me upload. So I'll put in the whole episode, but they're going to be like, thanks, bitch, we're going to stop you at 15 minutes. So what you get's what you get, unless you go to YouTube and Spotify. So, how has your
Okay.
week been?
My week has been busy as fuck. Shit, this is my only day off this week, so I had actually took a long ass nap to prepare for this episode because I'm a nap type of person,
Mm,
and this week just haven't been able to have any naps. So I took full advantage today. So outside of that, I mean, it's been a productive week. I really didn't do shit today at all, not even a little bit. Just went to this new Mexican restaurant by the crib, which was busting. Outside of
okay.
that, it was just just a busy week. You know what I mean? But shit, we here, so I can only no complaints. I'm only thankful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I love naps, but there's a complication because I'm on my third week, well, going into the third week, but third weekend of intermittent fasting. And like
Oh,
I
how's
said on
that
a
going?
previous episode, it's like 16/8. But I've been kind of weaning it more towards like 15 hours fasting. And
Mm-hmm.
so literally I have all of this damn energy. And it's just like this
Where's that
can't
coming
be real
from?
life.
Is that your second, third, fourth win? Like,
Yeah, I don't know
where's
what's
that
going
coming
on. So
from?
like I didn't go to sleep till like 1:30ish last night.
Mm-hmm.
And then my ass was up at 8 a.m. I
Well,
was
let's
like, what the
see.
fuck?
I was actually up until about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning because I was taking advantage of the time I had to myself. You feel
That's the problem as an
me?
adult, right? We should be asleep, but that time when the whole house is asleep is the only time we have to ourselves. So then we
Right.
stay up past the time we should, and then we wake up
Mm-hmm.
tired. But it's like on the weekends, I'll wake up on my own, and I'm sitting here like, okay, just close your eyes and go back to sleep. You just had to go to the bathroom, and that was not
Right.
happening.
Oh no! Once you get up, it'd
It's
be
over.
hella hard to get back to sleep. Shit, you might
It is
take a
over.
melatonin or some shit. Shit, if you got
Absolutely.
to pee, like if I got to pee, like let's say about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll be trying to go back to sleep. Like man, I'm gonna deal with this shit when I got to get up for real. Because if I get up
Right.
and the lights turn on, that's like the
Over.
clock is reset.
It's
Oh
over.
shit, I'm up now.
Let me tell you something. Like, sorry, not sorry, y'all. You already know what you're on. It's the tea is toxic. I recently learned this week. I think I've gotten to this age. It doesn't matter how young I might look. I'm old, y'all. I got to the age where I realized I have to stop drinking anything an hour before I fall asleep.
Oh,
Because if
okay.
I don't, I'm going to be up all night using the restroom,
Oh wow.
like clockwork. But if I do, I'll maybe go to the bathroom once and then I can just stay asleep for the rest of the night. So I
Well,
learned
me
that.
for me, I'm a thirsty ass nigga. Like literally, like I be drinking all the time. Like I'll wake up mid sleep and have my cup or my bottle of water. I have to drink that shit, bro.
Yes.
I wish I I wish I could have that discipline, but nah.
Let me tell you,
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up have to pee at some point. Like
I don't
it's just a
have
part of
discipline,
life.
Ace. I just learned this like Thursday. Okay, like
You said the
just
other day.
Thursday I found out about this shit. So it's not discipline at all. I just was like, a bitch ain't drink nothing in like three
I just learned
hours.
this about
Like,
myself just recently. Like,
yeah,
no.
no, just found out. I'm saying here, I'm literally right now drinking an eternal natural alkaline spring water as we speak. It is, how many ounces is this thing? It's big. It's a big boy. And I got little people hands because I'm short. It is, it's big. And
Hmm.
I'm almost done this thing. It's just like, I don't know, water just started tasting so good. Like, oh
Oh,
my God.
water is the shit. I'm trying to tell you, it is the shit. Especially if it's cold. I can't drink like room temperature water. I know you're supposed to. That's what they
Yeah,
say, but I'm not doing it. I just can't do it.
that's fact.
It got to be cold. You know what
Yeah, one thing about me, I'm going to freeze my damn brain off.
I mean?
That's facts. That is so
This
fast.
is true. This is true.
That's facts.
I'm in the same boat.
So we're talking criminals today, and I just love to
Okay.
get feedback. I'm just going to run through a couple stories. I like to do the "How did I get here?" A little quick segment. A lot of times, or I'll ask questions in regards to it. I didn't have like a main question to ask you, but what I will say is, I got to this place about criminals because I grew up in a small town. For anybody listening, and every once in a while, the small town got some weird crackhead shit that happens, right? Like everybody's not a crackhead, but there's always gonna be a crackhead, right? So it was like crackhead activities. And there was a bank in my town, and a man showed up and tried to rob the bank with a butcher knife
Two
twice.
cents. Okay, 2 cents.
So that's why I'm giving it crackhead activities.
Okay.
And I know, what is that? Fentanyl is the new meth, was the new crack. And so, but
That fentanyl shit crazy.
yeah, fentanyl different. I feel like fentanyl is giving us like, I don't know. Do people do the same time for fentanyl that they did for crack?
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I know. Who's that actor that passed like in the
From
last couple of years?
Euphoria?
Not him. He had an OD too, but it was
Yeah,
a
but
black
that was,
dude from The Wire.
oh,
His
Michael something, right?
something like that. His little dealer got some time, but I don't know
Yeah.
how much it was though. But I don't know.
Well, the
They give
Reagans aren't in
motherfuckers
office. So,
they give they give motherfuckers time. But I don't think it's as much
yeah,
as
I
if you
don't
was
think
a
it's that
crack dealer.
much.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the same shit. It should be, but hey, who am I?
With the prices and the way they're going, it's given. Maybe I'll throw a little bit of crack back out there. My thing is,
Man, you
I'm
sprinkle a little bit of
serious.
crack, like the that dude that be cutting the steak. You gonna sprinkle a little crack out there?
Yeah, just a little bit of crack, because hear me out, right? It's like I'm bi anyway, so I don't care. Lock me up. You know what I mean? I'm already intermittent fasting. Lock me up. Read a couple books. You know what I mean? Lift a couple weights. Get a girlfriend. You know what I
Get
mean?
a girlfriend.
Nickname her something aggressive like Bubba. But literally, I don't give a damn. If I gotta go, I gotta go. It's gonna be a good time all the way around. But you know, criminals, doing wild things is definitely where the direction was today. So we're just gonna run through a couple quick ones. I don't want to hold you up too long,
Right,
um,
right.
but there were a few that I thought were wild Because after I was thinking about that, I was like, yo, I wonder who the dumbest criminals that are out here are. Like, what are some crazy things that criminals have done for no, like, just to do it, right? Like, we've heard
Right.
of, I saw a reel or a video on Instagram about 2 weeks ago where a man walked into a shop, like one of those smaller shops where, you know, it's like one way in, one way out.
Right.
And he walked in to rob the shop. Like, he like nonchalantly walked behind the counter, opened the register, and proceeded to take the money. There's one woman in there, and she slowly, like, she was like, whoa, caught her off guard. She got to the front door, went outside, slammed the gate in front of the window, and then locked it on his ass so that she could call the police. And now he's like trying to bust through. Like, sir, heads up, if you're gonna rob something, maybe make sure there's an exit.
Right. But you know what? They don't really have a exit strategy. So that'd be the problem with these dumbass criminals. They have the idea, they have poor execution, and then they don't think about the outcome. You know what I mean? Like it's always funny watching those videos where you see someone like that, and when they're trying to bust out the store and they can't, it's hilarious.
Exactly.
I'm like, this is what you signed up for. Hope this is a lesson learned. But hey, it is
It's
it's
insane.
hilarious.
It's insane. Like the man that robbed the gun store but got shot. Like everybody's in the gun store. Which store did you think you were going
Oh
into?
Jesus!
It
Right.
never fails. But these are some that I think definitely took the cake for why the fuck would you do that moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go with the first one. It's actually not even in this country. It's a Russian woman. She decided she wanted to be a suicide bomber.
Okay.
She was actually planning to detonate herself in a busy pedestrian area on New Year's Eve. So this is great. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys. The bombing's not great, but she had a plan. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. She's not necessarily the dumbest, but she's dumb. So she was going to wear a bomb in Red Square, and a text message was going to activate the detonator. Okay.
Okay.
So she put a little thought to it. Her name wasn't released, but she was known as the Black Widow, right? Because she
Okay.
came from a Caucasus region and she was the widow of a terrorist. So Shorty had some training. Here's where it went wrong. Great idea on how to detonate, great idea on location, the when, where, how, maybe not the date.
Okay.
Because while she was waiting in the safe house, it's New Year's Eve.
Oh.
Shorty,
Okay.
you're getting a Happy New Year's text. So she gets a Happy New Year's, and the vest explodes right on her ass prematurely, killed her, and took no innocent
Yeah,
people with her.
I just would not activate it with just any text. Like you can get a text at any moment. You know what I mean? Especially like you said, it's New Year's Eve. People are gonna text you. Yeah,
Like,
that wasn't well thought out.
you didn't want to put on your D&D? Do not disturb until it's time? Like, what? It's 12:01. You didn't think people were
she
going to
should have
tell
went
you?
old school with a little push button detonator or some shit. Like
Something.
that wasn't the move right there.
Old school villain. See, but that's the problem, right? Because I want to say that's the problem with our generation. We think we know something, and we don't know shit. And this is proof because it was like, oh,
Overcomplicate
y'all
shit.
think you're doing something? Watch this.
Right.
Okay, Miss Engineer, you got that one. Blew your goofy ass right the heck on up and never
So
took
would that be
any
considered
casualties.
a suicide, or what category would that fall under for her?
She
You
killed
know,
herself,
you know what I
and it
mean?
was
Like
by bomb. So
that's
I definitely would call Katie Kaboom a suicide bomber.
Katie Kaboom. Okay, that's what we're going with.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Katie Kaboom on that one.
Okay. You said this was in
You,
Russia?
they were Russian. You have to depend on one person to text you in order for the bomb to blow up.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, first of all, let me preface my comments with say I would never do this. But if I was in the state of mind to where I was going crazy, I wouldn't have done that. Like, hey, text me. This is it's gonna. And what isn't the person that texts them an accomplice? Like, you know
No,
what
it's
I'm saying?
just New Year's Eve, so now it's time to celebrate.
Oh no, I'm saying like if that would have happened, if that person would have texted him, you know what I mean? I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good
So what do
question.
you?
Who
So
was
what do
gonna
they
text?
text? What do they text? Bomb, blow, hi, now, test.
I know what they were gonna
What is the
text.
text?
I know exactly what the text was gonna be. We've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty. Because that's more than enough of a reason to want to blow your goddamn top off. Let me tell you that. The warranties don't never, and then try and use the warranty and find out. Fuck around, find out. Yeah, that's a good enough reason to want to prematurely release that daggone bomb and text like that. But
right.
yeah, I mean, she was on a scale of 1 to 10. How stupid do you think that was?
I'm gonna go with a. I'm not gonna go with a 10. I'm gonna go with an 8. I'm gonna go
You're
with
gonna
an
go with
8.
an 8.
I'm gonna keep respectable. You know what I'm saying? Like you
That's
said, it
good.
was like everything was aligned outside of that actual the execution part. So you
That's
know she gets kudos for the thought, the idea, and the plan. The execution just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it an 8. You know what I'm
But in the same breath, my question is, who was gonna text you?
saying? Right. You know, I would like say if a friend came up to me like, hey man, I'm trying to do this shit. I need you to text me this. I ain't fucking with that shit.
Right.
I'm not gonna be that person.
Oh, I got a twist for you. What if the person she said to text her did it then on purpose that she come blow everybody up?
Oh, that hey, I mean,
Mm,
then are they viewed as a hero? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they a hero now?
silent
Because
heroes,
you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, that could be a situation.
like bumblebees, saving the world,
Right.
one piece of honey at a time. Yeah, makes sense.
That's interesting. It is. Like I'm trying to like while you're talking about it or while we're talking about it, I'm trying to picture a scene in my head. Like I feel like it's dark somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Everybody outside celebrating and you're trying to wait for the perfect time and then shit, motherfuckers could have thought that was some fireworks going off. They you know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly. How long
they
did it
probably
take
even
them to
recognize
find her?
it. That's crazy. Yep.
That's insane. Sharon Carr was arrested on first-degree burglary charges after allegedly committing the Dangerously Cheesy Act Friday at a home in Tulsa. So this is a woman that broke into someone's home, okay, where a mom and her 2 young kids were, and they called 911, okay?
Right.
It said that Sharon pried her way into the house through a window screen, like she pried the screen open, got into the house. But
That was that butt I was waiting for.
but the problem was when she got in, Shorty was not focused. She was hungry. So she got in there and she ate a bag of
Oh
Cheetos and a bottle
nah,
of water.
bruh. Nah.
And then she left it on the floor near the open window, right? And she dipped.
Oh,
So they
Jesus.
call the cops. And when the cops get there, naturally, and I think this is smart, right? If I rob the bank and they come flying around the corner and I just take my mask off, I'm gonna walk like with everybody else in line. You know what I mean? Let me
Right.
not make it look like I'm guilty of anything.
Yeah. Don't cause a scene.
Exactly. That's what she did. So she like when the cops got there and the woman's explaining herself, blah blah blah. A few seconds later, she kind of pops out of the shadows and she's kind of just off doing her thing. But they stopped her like, they realized that she was the invader. Okay.
How did they put that together?
They put it together because Sharon didn't clean off the orange snack residue.
I like how you said that.
They're
She did clean
saying
up the
that,
orange snack.
right. They're saying that she dropped the bag on her way out trying to escape. So she didn't actually have an intention of like letting the Cheetos go. The Cheetos kind of just got away from her in her grand, departure. Police decided to have a little jokey joke and said, it's a good reminder that Cheeto dust can be pretty hard to get rid of. No shit, Sherlock. But Sharon got busted because she had Cheetos all over her mouth, her teeth, her fingertips.
So I'm saying, okay, like, why would you? Okay, if you're trying to do something, right? How do you even have the thought process to have you I'll say a mid game snack? You know what I'm saying? Where's your mind at? Why? How are you hungry?
Yeah, because what were you there for?
Like, how are you hungry to think about that? Oh, let me Well, I mean, a lot of criminals, unfortunately, more than not, are idiots. Something's wrong with them. There's not a
Yeah.
lot of Ocean 11 criminals out here. You know what I'm saying? Sophisticated criminals.
Yeah.
So
And the
it
ones
makes
that are,
sense,
we don't know. That's the whole reason why they're Ocean
right?
11, because they stayed low key and out the
Exactly.
way.
There's not a lot of Ocean 11 people out here, so it's very interesting. And you just want to, like you say, you just want to ask why. Like, I want to be. I don't want to be literally, but I would like to be that person in that cell. Like, hey, bro, what was going through your head? Like, walk me through it. How did you fuck up that bad? Let me know.
I'm gonna be
You
honest
know
with
what I'm saying?
you.
I thought I was doing something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It gives ADHD, and shout out to everyone that has it.
Yeah, yeah. I can see
But
that.
if that's not an ADHD move, I don't know what is.
If you can't focus on what you're doing to stop for a snack, like, come on, bro.
You know,
I'm committing the crime. I don't got time for a little snacky snack.
you
It just don't make sense.
you ever seen that Family Guy episode? He was like, "Ooh, a penny. Ooh,
Oh
a
yeah,
penny.
yeah. Be
Ooh."
careful.
That's
Definitely,
exactly what
we
that
family
was.
guy people. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Repeating it to yourself like, take the TV off the wall. Take the TV off the
Oh
wall. Take
Lord.
the TV. Oh shit, there's Cheetos at the TV. It's over. That's it.
That was a weakness. That was their weakness.
And what's killing me is Cheetos are not a silent snack.
At all.
Cheetos sound like you're shooting the club up. Them and baked chips. So,
It
what do
just
you
wasn't the
think was
best
going to
move.
happen? You release all that balloon air out that Cheeto bag because you know it's only halfway filled.
So you couldn't wait until you left, though. That's like
Hey,
you can take it with you.
what if she was one of those people that likes to pop the bag open? Oh,
Yeah.
bitch, you're caught. That's
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. I mean, criminals are, like I said, low key idiots, but it could be a mental situation, like you said. It could be not even that ADHD. It could be a whole bunch of shit. Motherfucking not in their right mind
I definitely
or
am.
whatever the case may be.
I definitely am over criminals giving bird box energy. Um, and my thing is, I understand too. Like there are or not. Some people aren't even criminals; they're just homeless, right? And not to make it all dreary and sad, but you'll get homeless people that'll do minor shit like that so that they can get locked up through like
Oh
winter.
yeah,
You
so
know what I mean?
they want to be outside like shit. I'm in here because I give me three, what is it, 3 meals a day or two? I can't remember. I mean, I was locked up for, and this is my past. This is the past ace. You know what I'm saying? When I was in these
Hmm.
streets a little bit doing dumb shit.
Yeah, do
I was in
tell the
that.
toxic
I was in that motherfucker for 30 days. I can't do it, bro. Like
See, but
cause
by
me.
then you weren't in prison though. You were just
Oh
in
no,
jail,
yeah,
right?
I was in jail. I was just in jail. I heard prison is a little more. I guess it's a little bit more flexible as far as the things that you may have. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sometimes these criminals they like are homeless people, as you were saying. They do shit purposely so they don't got to be in the streets. They
That's
get their
facts.
little breakfast, lunch, and a little dinner, 3-course meal, and they got a place to stay. LA.
This next one that I'm about to read is a shorter one, but this is a kind of an Uno reverse of that, which was really interesting. The criminal, if that's what you want to call him, his name was Stephen Ray Ham, 45. He broke out of the county jail, okay, at about 8 p.m. on the 4th of July. Okay, he was in prison for theft of property, burglary of a motor vehicle, and failure to pay child support. That's a hell of a trifecta. I don't
Right.
even know how you put all those together, but
Unique combination.
that
Okay.
is a very unique combination. They said, "Why in the world did you steal this?" Because I was trying to pay my child support. Um, but here's the catch:
Or
it's
was
4th
he?
of July. He left at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "All right, the streets aren't for me." And he came back to jail at 3 a.m., 7 hours after he fled.
Oh wow.
Nobody knows how he escaped.
So he just showed up
And
like, "Hey man, I accidentally got locked out real quick. I'm trying to get back in."
right, exactly.
Like, what's the?
And they said that he's likely to face additional charges for the jailbreak, which I'm sure he did. But could you imagine, like, I love to have an imagination about this kind of shit. And I don't know about you, but one thing my man is not going to be able to tell me is he got locked up. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Because I said we was going to my mama's house for the 4th of July. And we didn't go last year. So I don't give a damn if you locked up 8 hours away. You got 20 minutes to get back to this motherfucker for this cookout.
I really want to know what he said when he came back. Like, what did he come in right into like the front door of the police station? Like, hey man, I just went for a walk, man. I'm back though.
Right? I had to clear my mind.
Y'all didn't have to chase me. You know what I'm saying? Just had to get out real quick. I'm back though.
I had to clear my head real quick.
Y'all can add them a couple of hours on my time.
Right.
If y'all need to.
I came back, didn't I? I came back.
Right. Y'all didn't even know. It took no manpower to come look for me. I came back. Before you know what I'm saying? So shit.
Exactly. And okay, so here's the catch, right? I screenshot the I guess this was the his like information that they provided. So they were quick on it. Like he left 8 p.m. They had that shit up online. Like, have you seen this man type stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So say he was detained as a pre-trial felon being held for theft of property with a $40,000 bond, burglary of a motorcycle with a $30,000 bond, and failure to appear, a $5,000 bond and $10,000 bond, and child support, no bond. Let me side note say, stop playing us moms like this. You done gave this man failure to appear bond, but you ain't giving him no damn bond for child support. Kids are expensive as shit. Stop playing us moms. Like, what in the hell? Ham has a history of child support violations, various traffic-related offenses, and drug charges. Ham is currently entered into NCIC for escape. So he's not even hurting anyone. Like, I personally think that they should bring some of these bonds down because he came back. So it's like
Oh no,
he's not a track star.
they need to get that money. You already know how it is in the jail system. That's why they're so overpopulated. They need that money. That's really all it's about.
What money though?
I don't know. They just trying to get something. Because apparently he ain't paying shit. So
listen, I'm from Jersey.
They want you to be. They want him to be on the hook for something. Like, you got to do this, or you gonna sit here.
Let me tell you something. I'm from Jersey, and I talked to an officer before while I was waiting for a child support court, and he kind of broke down what was going on at the time because Chris Christie's chunky ass was in office, and Chris Christie kept pulling from the pensions of the officers to pay for, like, I guess, like the bankruptcies and like bailout banks and all this other bullshit. So it was extending the retirement for the cops in Jersey.
Okay.
So it's like if you're able to retire at 50, now you can't retire to 55 because we have to replenish that fund that comes out for pensions, right? Something like that. And I was like, this makes sense why y'all are turning into like customer service reps, pulling people over every 2 seconds to meet a quota because your money's being snatched. And he didn't do it once, he did it twice. So when you say they trying to get that money back, that's the only thing I can think is like, this must be part of that equation.
Yeah, they calculated in there somehow. They got a plan now.
Exactly.
We're not aware of it, but it's in there.
Now, 34 people liked this post that the the jail put up, and then they're gonna post up afterwards. They posted up on top of the same picture with this man. They was like, subject in custody. Thank you for the help. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Stephen Hamm, please call. You just said he's in custody. So clearly they don't keep up with their inmates.
Or the whoever's in charge of the social media is not connected to what's going on at the actual facility. I don't know.
Exactly. Okay, so second story, scale of 1 to 10, what's the level of stupidity?
I don't even think I want. That's tough. You
Cheeto
talking about
girl.
him? You talking about Cheeto girl? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were
The
talking about the
cheetah
dude that came
girls.
back. Okay, so the Cheetah girl. Oh, that's a 10. I'm sorry.
That's a 10 for you?
Yeah, that's a 10 for me. Because there ain't no excuse for you to have crave Cheetos while you're, burglarizing somebody's home. Like you had one job. You had one job.
I don't know why, but I feel like somebody who does all that to get in and out the window and have Cheetos on their body, like I feel like they limp when they walk. Like when you have like that, like when you have like that like swag walk, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that kind of limp, like the
Got that
lean
bop.
back, not the lean forward, not the Quasimodo.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's gonna be a 10 for me.
That'd be scary as hell, though. Would you have called the cops on her? Or would you have just opened the front door and been like, you gotta leave?
Okay, so if you broke into my house and you did all that shit, it really depends, to be honest. I would have probably, cause it was a woman, correct?
Yeah, it was a black woman.
Okay. If you come in my shit, I'm whipping your ass. I don't give a fuck if you're a woman or a man. I'm in danger. I don't know what you got on you. I got to sleep you real quick, so I got to check you out real quick. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you got. Shit, I don't know if you see me, you might pull a tool out on me. I don't know. Hey.
Oh my god.
I'll probably call the cops afterwards, maybe, or I'll probably call the cops afterwards. But I'll have to fire your ass up real quick, and then I'll call the cops.
I'm gonna have to take a cut and be like domestic violence.
Ain't no telling shit. You might come back. You might spin the block again.
That's
true.
That's true. She could be like a cat.
Yeah, you might spin the block. So I gotta get the cops on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me give you a story. It's not about someone breaking into my shit, but I had this old friend, right? We were like best friends in middle school and shit. But once I got to high school, I started playing ball with them, and we kind of went in different paths because he didn't make the team or whatever. That's neither here nor there, but that's pretty much. That's pretty much.
He said so. Pretty much, this nigga was a loser.
So pretty much, we went our separate ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we reconnected years later. I was at my job that I'm at now, so of course niggas grown as fuck or whatever at this point. So we reconnected off social media, right? We kicked it a couple of times, and come to find out, he had some mental disorders. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like he dealt with schizophrenia, and I'm not sure if he was diagnosed as being bipolar, but I felt.
Is that why he didn't make the team? Because the wrong personality played at the practice?
Oh no, he just trash. But that's that's neither here nor there. I just had to give you the setup at the beginning while you try to go back to that. But I empathize with him because I got a sister that's bipolar or whatever. So I'm like, shit, maybe hanging around me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe, will boost your self-esteem. I'm sure a lot of people write you off because of your mental disorder or whatever, right? So, fast forward, we had kicked it a couple times. We had kicked it at the bar. He had came to my crib, you know what I'm saying, on some cool like shit. So on this one day, he's having an episode, right? He texts me, "Hey, did you say you want to whoop my ass? What the fuck you talking about?" I'm like, hold up, bro. Like, what's happening? You good? Nah, you say you gonna whoop my ass. Do I need to pull up? I'm like, I was so confused. I was like, bro, you having an episode? Chill out. This, that, and the third, right? So that's why I was at work. So when I get off, I call him just to make sure he's straight. I'm like, hey, you straight? He's like, oh, you trying to meet up? I'm like, for what? Oh, you said you was gonna whoop my ass? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? So he goes into the story. He's talking about a situation months ago that we talked about where he told me about his condition, and jokingly I said, I hope that you'll never have an episode around me. I wouldn't want to have to fuck you up again. But it was a joke. We both laughed at the same. We both laughed.
So
in
you
the
don't
moment.
even know how to take it serious at the moment. You don't.
So I like, bro. I was like, I was playing, bro. We both laughed. Like that was months ago. What are you talking about? But in his mind, it brought back up, that situation. He's like, oh no, I'm gonna pull up to your house. Like, hey, bro, don't pull up to my house. You know what I'm saying? My old lady there and shit like this. Again, it was a long, a long time ago. So I go get my hair cut. I'm telling my barber the story. We over there laughing like, oh, that shit crazy. I'm like, this nigga really, you know what I'm saying? So I get to the crib and I'm like, already got my night plan ahead. I remember distinctly. I like, okay, I got the salmon. I'm about to put the shit on the grill. While it's on the grill, I'm about to hop in the shower and blah 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 blah. Right? So I put the salmon on the grill. Next thing I know, somebody's knocking at my door. I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I go, it's old boy. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga really done pulled up to my shit. All right. So I take my shirt off because I don't know what the fuck's about to happen. Right?
Yeah.
I go outside, I'm like, hey, bro, go home, my nigga. Oh, no, come here real quick. I'm like, why are you here, bro? So I already know what he's about to try to do, right? So he swings on me, but he misses, and I catch him and I put him in the headlock.
Not the
I'm like,
calm down headlock. Oh no, not the
that's exactly what
headlock
it
Jody
was.
was in on Baby Boy.
Yes,
Jesus.
yes. So I'm like, because of course I'm not trying to fight you. I know you got something going on and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you ain't about to fuck me up either. So I'm like, hey, bro, just go home. He like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna fuck you up. Why he saying all this while he in the headlock? Like, nah, bro. Like, go home. I like, go home before my old lady come out. She come out. We gonna have to call the cops because that's peace of mind for her. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So got him in the headlock. He still, we got him on the ground at this point because he keeps trying to move and all this shit. But I still got him in the headlock. At this point, I'm getting tired. Like, I'm like, God damn, motherfucker, can you just calm down so we can. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm really not trying to hurt you.
Schizophrenic strength is not a game. It's
Yeah,
not a game.
I'm not trying to fight you because me personally, I can't fight if I'm not angry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get in that bag or whatever. You know what I mean? So next thing I know, my old lady come out. I'm like, oh shit, here she is. Go ahead, call the cops. Now I'm getting tired because I don't want to keep him in the headlock this whole time, and you know what I'm saying. So long story short, the cops come up. He's yelling, oh, what the fuck? You called the cops on me? I'm like, nigga, I gave you about 15 minutes to leave, but you didn't want to leave. I tried to tell your ass to go home. I told you what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said, like, it kind of correlated because the motherfucker came to my shit. And I had to do what I had to do, you know what I mean, to get the motherfucker out there. I had to put a restraining order on him because he knew I worked at. I was like, I ain't trying to have these problems. You already pulled up to my crib when I told you not to. And it just was, I felt bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, God damn.
But you gotta, by that point, you gotta protect the family. So I get it,
Right.
Because
So
like
I
mental
didn't want
health
to,
is,
but you know what I'm saying?
it's crazy. I
His
think,
mom
isn't this
called me and
Mental Health
everything.
Awareness Month? I think it
I'm not
is.
sure.
I think September is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I mean, it's not a joke at people who have mental health because I'm sure I'm right there in that category. But I have a family member. I can't announce who it is, but this family member that's close to me, I think has undiagnosed bipolar and always has. And it's like when you say those kinds of things, that's why I laughed when you told him that when he tried to explain to you what he had, because they'll take that little piece and they'll create an entire world around it. And then it's like they can't tell what's fake and what's real.
Okay. Yep.
You get
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
And so
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck? Because it's like, where did that come from? This was never a conversation. This has never happened to you. But now, it's almost to the point where you're like, I don't think you're lying. You really just believe that this is what transpired
Right.
because you contorted the facts so much in your mind to create a different narrative and a different story.
Oh, it's kind
So,
of like you ever saw that movie Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio?
no.
Okay, so the reason that's came in my head is there's this part on there. Like it's pretty much about dreams, going in people's dreams to get information or steal shit, whatever the case may be. But
Mm-hmm.
there was a situation to where they did it so much they always had something that say only thing that I have is this object which only I can see. And the reason I have that is so I can distinguish what is reality versus a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like say I
Yeah,
got a pinwheel or some shit that I spin, and if it spins, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like
that I'm
it's
in the
real
real world.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I thought about that when you brought up
Yeah,
them not just being able to distinguish what's real versus what's in their head. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
They'll be like, oh, I've seen this person literally call like social services on different people and stuff. And it's like,
Oh no, it's
what is
crazy.
going on? The things you said happened never happened. What are you talking about? So it definitely it's crazy. And when something like that is untreated and is ignored by those around you, that can be dangerous, especially when you have any kind of power of any sort.
Hmm.
Because now it's like, oh my gosh, you're going to create mass chaos, and those around you are like, yeah, no, this makes sense. This makes lots of sense. And you're like, the fuck? No, it doesn't. What are you talking about?
Right.
And so, but you dead wrong for telling him you would whoop his ass.
I mean, yeah. I mean, dude was just, I was just saying, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, because he was talking about he didn't, because he got locked up for fucking swinging on a cop before and getting his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really?
yeah, that was that paranoia that was kicking in, or with whatever condition he got, and
Hmm.
he explained like, yeah, I thought this cop was like following me in my head and shit. And when he was explaining it to me, I was like, okay, so maybe you better now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to have your hold of your your
Medication.
meds and keeping your levels together. So you know what I'm saying? It was just a joke. That's why I was so confused. Months later, your mind reverted back to that moment, and you thought it was real, and
Yeah.
you try to fire off on me. It's crazy. I didn't know, but I remember in middle school he sucker punched this white kid, and in my mind, fast forward to us being adults, I felt like he was gonna try to sucker punch me like he did that kid, so I was ready.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
said, nah, bro, you got a pattern. You
so
got
I
a
saw
pattern
it
of
coming. I
not
got the
fighting
way and
fair.
just grabbed him like, nigga, calm down, nigga. What's wrong with you? And
Well,
it what happened to him, like he went from calm to aggressive, like in 5 second intervals. He was like, all right, I'm cool. No, fuck
hmm
that shit. Okay, I'm all right, Oh, I'm gonna whip your ass. I'm like, oh, God damn, see, I can't let you go because I don't know what you're gonna do. And I'm not trying to
yeah.
fuck you up because I know you.
And ain't
You
nobody
know what
got
I'm saying?
time for that.
Yeah, then it's Friday. I just came to get my hair cut. Haven't even gotten in the shower. You know what I'm saying? Like I got salmon on the grill right
That's
now.
crazy. That's crazy
You
to be
feel
laughing
me?
about it that morning and having to deal with it that evening
Oh,
is
man,
wild.
it was crazy.
Oh
Hmm.
my gosh. Well, that's the end of my episode. That's the end of the stories.
Hey, that Cheeto story. That was the one right there.
That's the one that
Uh,
tops it. Did I ask you on a scale of 1 to 10 about the last one? I don't think I did. 1 to 10. What are you giving him?
the one that the dude that came back to the
Yeah.
gym. I'm not gonna give it because I feel like he knew what he was doing. Like something out there told him to come back, so he had some sense to come back to the jail. So I'm gonna give that a 6. I'll give it a 6. It's something like, what
Yeah,
I'm
I want to give him a 2. He didn't get into too much shit. He just had to take care of a couple of things before he went in for good.
shit. He probably owed somebody some money. They saw him like, oh no, let me go. Let me get back to the cell. I forgot it was real out here.
He went and got that bond money and paid the person back instead. He's like, let me pay this bitch the bond money. That way, at least I don't have child support when I go to court.
Right,
That's
crazy.
craziness. But thank you so much for coming on. I hope you have fun.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that
dying.
shit flew by. Actually, I was like, shit, we
It did,
done.
right?
We done. That's it.
And it's crazy. These were like shorter
Yeah.
stories. So I was like, I feel like this might be done in like 25 minutes, double time, like
Right.
double the
But
time
but
here.
once motherfuckers start talking, it just started going. You know what I'm saying? Like that story I just gave just came out of nowhere. I didn't even know that was gonna be a part of this
You didn't even know
episode.
that
So
was
you know
up
what I'm
in you, that you was out
saying?
here bullying the schizos. Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, but I appreciate it as always. You know what I'm saying? Always good conversation, and it's always very entertaining to say the least.
I
You know what I
try.
mean?
I try to make my toxic a little bit of fun. You don't want to have people afraid with
Oh
the,
yeah,
you know.
this was some light
Plus,
toxic today.
I just did a true crime one, so
Right.
I told people, give them something a little lighter after a true crime one. That can get real heavy real quick.
Right. I
But
feel
thank
you.
you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate you. If you want to let everybody know where to find you once again before we end, that way they can go check you out right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Ace_Alpha the number 2. I'm on Twitter as well, but that is Ace_YUNG the number 2. And get at me, man. I'm a content creator, podcaster. I give you reactions. I give you some bullshit along with some motivational shit. I'm just all over the place. You know what I mean? So you just get at me, and you'll be, thoroughly entertained by my page. For real.
Awesome sauce. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. And I will see all you guys next week. Have a great week and stay safe and toxic. Bye. Viewer discretion is advised. This is The Tea is Toxic.